remark. God bless you. Honourable members, before we move to item 9 on the order paper, may I call on the Deputy Clerk Operations to read the profile of our special guest of honor before he speaks to us. Please give her the microphone.
Profile of Honorable Peter Nortsu-Kotoe. Honorable Peter Kwasi Nortsu-Kotoe is a distinguished Ghanaian politician and a prominent member of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. He represents the people of Akatsi-North Constituency in the Volta region of on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress. Born on 6th May 1956 in Beduhue, Volta region, Honorable Peter Nortsu-Kotoe is a highly educated individual with an impressive academic background. He graduated from the University of Ghana with first class and bachelor degree in linguistics with English. He further pursued his studies and holds a Master of Development and Management from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, an educationist by profession. Honorable Peter Nortsu-Kotoe has dedicated his career to the field of education. He served as a tutor at the esteemed Accra Academy in Bubuashi, Accra, and later rose to the position of Assistant Director of the Ghana Education Service. His passion for public service and leadership has led him to hold various significant roles in governance. He served as the District Chief Executive of the Akatsi District and the Akatsi-North District Assembly from May 2009 until he entered Parliament on 7th January 2013. After his first term in Parliament, he was re-elected in 2016 and 2020, earning the trust of his constituency to represent them for consecutive terms. Currently, in his third term as a Member of Parliament, Honorable Peter Nortsu-Kotoe is recognized for his expertise in the field of education. He serves as the ranking member of the Parliamentary Committee on Education, highlighting his dedication to the advancement of education in Ghana. Outside of his parliamentary responsibilities, Honorable Peter Nortsu-Kotoe is actively involved in empowering the youth. He proudly serves as one of the patrons of the Youth Impact Movement, where he guides and inspires young individuals to make a positive impact in their communities and beyond. Honorable Peter Kwasi Nortsu-Kotoe's remarkable journey in politics and education exemplifies his commitment to serving his constituency and contributing to the development of Ghana. Thank you. Please, may we now have him speak to us.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, leadership of the House, the clerk, and the staff at the table, honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Director of the National Youth Authority, who has spoken to you very well about what you need to do as young men and women. I am with you this afternoon for the inauguration of the third Parliament of a Youth Impact Parliament. When the Speaker was addressing you, he mentioned that if you behave well, you catch the eye of the Speaker. But I want to say that those who misbehave rather catch the eye of the Speaker. Because if the Speaker doesn't listen to them, they will continue to worry him. So those who are notorious rather catch the eye of the Speaker. Then those in leadership also catch his eye frequently. Yeah, as other speakers have said, you are here for this youth impact in Parliament. But it is beyond that. It is not for fun that you are here. You may not know that you are preparing yourself for the future. I want to tell you a short story. Who here can tell me that he was born before 1970? Nobody in this room. You see? You're only stretching your arms, so you can't reach there. Yeah, I remember very well when, those days we had middle schools, okay? I'm sure you must have read of the Second Republic also, which was led by Dr. K. Buzia. You know that story very well. Yes, at that time, I was in middle school, and the political activity was ongoing. So I decided to form a political party myself in the school. So we will meet, just as you're also meeting here, during our break time. Those times we had 2 sessions. You go in the morning at 8, close at 12. Go back at 1:30, then close at 4. So between 12:30 and 1:30, we'll be meeting as a group. And I was leading them. We were talking politics. I don't know how the head teacher of the school and the others got to know. So one afternoon, when we were about to close, then they called my name that I should come forward. Oh, what did I do? Then they mentioned the names of my followers. Said they should come. So we came forward at the assembly. Then they asked me, what is the name of your political party? Okay. Just Good Leaders Organization. That's what I told them. Who allowed you to form the party? They said, we know there are political activities. So we are also emulating what was happening nationally. And say, henceforth, your party is proscribed. So I went home very disappointed. Then my father asked me, why have you come home so sad like this? Were you caned? I said, no. What happened? I told him, I formed a political party with some of my friends who were meeting. Then the headmaster called us and told us that we should not engage in that again. He said, don't mind him. He will become a council one day. That was what my father told me. That time, a DC was known as clerk of council. You see it? So in 2000, when President Rawlings appointed me as a DC, my father told me, do you remember what I told you some years ago? Do you say it? Yes. So from there, then I became a DC again under President Mills. Then I entered Parliament. So God was telling me something at that time, which I didn't know. So as you're also here, God is telling you something for your future. This is a training ground. It's where you train yourselves. So just continue that way. I am informed you are from different institutions. It's not only HT, but HTU. So having traveled all this distance to this place, there is something behind it. So I will urge you that no matter how much it costs you, you are learning something. You are preparing yourself for the future. I can see my MP there. He has been re-elected. So congratulations. Now, this is your 3rd parliament, and I hope that you will continue with it. It is important that you chart a path for yourselves. You learn certain things for yourselves. You see some people who have gone to the university to read law, not necessarily that they want to become lawyers. just to have the knowledge of the law. So as you are here, you may not think of becoming a political figure in the future, but you must know something about it. But I can assure you that once you are doing this now, you will get infected with politics, because it is an interesting business, but very costly. I can assure you that what we go through as members of parliament, we can only tell our story. Those who work with us, like Faisal, can tell my story for me. It is a very difficult job, very expensive job, and you don't have time for yourselves. Now, as members of parliament, you need to know your standing orders very well, because that is your working document. It's what will guide you in whatever you do. Because if you don't have knowledge of the standing orders, the speaker can bully you. If you rise on a point of order, he can ask you, which standing order are you doing that? And if you don't know it, you see how your colleagues will be heckling you. Yes. So that's why if you come to Parliament House, you will see that the backbenchers, they fumble most. Because when you come new, you want to learn everything at the same time. No, you don't do it like that. You must take your time and then learn. And as you learn, you know. So you study your standing orders alongside the Constitution. Because if you quote the standing orders and somebody challenges you, you can go to the Constitution and tell that the Constitution article so and so and so says this. Then you are working with the two documents. So I pray that as you go through your parliamentary proceedings, you'll be conversant with these documents. They are very, very important. They are working documents that you have to study very much at all times. I have a copy in my car. Anytime I remember something, I quickly refer to it. Then there's something we also call a private members bill. If you listen to Parliament this year, the Speaker has encouraged us to do or engage ourselves in a private members bill. You must have heard of amendments of the Criminal Act, Act 29, where Honorable Xavier Sosu led the amendment of the death penalty, and then the proscription, or not proscription of witchcraft, but those who, what word can I use? Those who accuse people of witchcraft. Yeah. So those amendment bills came through this year. I have also moved one private members bill that is on decapping. I don't know if you are aware of what we call decapping in this country. Yeah. There are states, when this government came to power, they decided to take money away from some organizations, which they call capping. So if you were to receive maybe an amount of 100%, or you were receiving 100% allocation, for instance, the District Assembly's Common Fund, the GET Fund, National Health Insurance Fund, if the previous government was giving you 100% of your funds, this government said, no, we will not give you that. We will give you only 60%. So government will take the 40% from you. And that has affected a number of projects in this country. On this campus, there are projects that have been stalled because of no funds. And the finance minister has capped GET Fund so much that they now receive only 38% of what is due them. So I decided to rise up to the occasion and then file a private members bill or motion. And the Speaker accepted it. It is now with the Finance Committee. They are working on, they have called me to appear before the committee to explain why I thought that Get Fund should be decapped so that all monies due to Get Fund should be given to them. I gave my reasons. They agreed with me, but I know the chairman of the finance committee was a former deputy minister. So they are finding it very difficult to come out with the report, because if they did, government will not take any money from Get Fund again. So I'm still fighting it. So, Mr. Speaker, you can encourage your members to do that. See how they can move private members' bill, and then you can debate certain topical issues. So we need to be doing those things. Then statements are also very, very important. Look at what happened at this school, at Decided College. Yeah, a member can write a statement on it. Then you debate it or you discuss it and come out with suggestions as to what we can do to stop bullying in our senior high schools. That is very, very important. So I am here this afternoon just to be with you, to share one or two things with you, listen to you, and then learn from you. Before the end of the year, Parliament will be coming here to the region, and there may be a mock parliament. So let's see what we can do. I will talk with Honorable Kofi Atto to find out. He's the speaker's leg, so that you see if you can be engaged in a mock parliament. But I also want to suggest that you need to come to Parliament House. You need to visit Parliament before the end of the year. I will arrange with the speaker and see how best we can do it, so that during our budget session this year, when many members will be in the chamber, you can visit Parliament before the end of the year. Normally people complain that the chamber is empty. Only a few MPs are in the chamber. I'm sure you also do same. Yeah, but what happens is that we have various committees. In Parliament, the work, or 80% of the work, is done at the committee level. So you come and you see that there are only about 20 or 30 people in the chamber doing business. The rest are seriously engaged in committee work. If about 10 or even 5 committees are meeting, and the minimum of a committee is 20, some are 25, you will see the number of people who are outside. And some have also traveled outside the country or in their constituencies doing some other businesses. So when you see our chamber empty with a few members there doing business, it is not deliberate. It is because there are committee meetings. Many members have also traveled to other regions to do some assignment on behalf of Parliament, or anything else that has taken away any member from the chamber. So that is what we have taking place, and people think that MPs are deliberately not going to the chamber. So our new standing orders is going to make sure that when we are in committee work, it is covered by national radio or television, so that people know that it's not only in the chamber that we do our business, but rather in committees. So once again, congratulations. As somebody said earlier, the female membership must increase so that we have more females. In Ghana Parliament, I think we have 40, 20 on both sides. So we are growing, but it's small. The only place we have a higher number of females in Parliament is Rwanda, where the membership is about 60% women. So we need to deliberately increase the number of MPs, women are MPs. So the women who are here, take up politics, okay? Not as a job, but as something that you can do to help and promote the good of the society. Mr. Speaker, I know you are sitting for a long time, so there's something small for you to give refreshment to the members. So, clerk, you can come and take it on behalf. Something small, eh? Okay. So, thank you very much. I may not be with you till the end of the program, so you bear with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Honourable members, order. Honourable members, before our guest of honor, special guest of honor takes his seat, he also spoke about youth MPs learning the standing orders and the Constitution. Honourable, we want to assure you that all youth MPs seated here have a copy of our standing orders and Constitution. And you, as one of our patrons, we want to officially give you your copy.